Hi everyone. Hi Dr. Swift. This is Ruth Trujillo and this is my video for our week 3 assignment. I do apologize if there's any extra tabs pulled up. It's only the main page for our schooling and then my document and then the generator thing that I'm using to record this video, so hopefully that's not a problem. But I wanted to show that I did finish my newsletter for the Adolescent Physical Development assignment. I am so proud of this. I have mentioned the trends in understanding puberty. I had mentioned the reasons for these trends. I had also mentioned the effects of early and delayed puberty, changes in physical development, and all of that in total. So, what I'm going to make the video about is I would love to read the whole news. I want to say it's a newsletter. Yes, newsletter. I almost says news feeder or something like that. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm so sorry. Also about the angle. If I'm looking downwards, I tried to see where my camera is at. I'm so sorry if that's distracting. All right, so moving forward, this is the section right here on answering the questions or bringing forth the information towards the questions that were given to us, students on the assignment. So here I go. Teachers can use technology to allow students to make their own ideas, to create more personal meaning. Technology is great for adolescents to collaborate. For example, having a small group come together to view a small video project allows them to interact with each other while also processing their own ideas and working together to refine each other's thoughts. Then there is creating. Technology leads each student to engagement, while the tools allow them to design, build, and perform tasks. Without technology, it would be harder for students to access the correct tools. Technology does not always have to be individual student driven. It can be used in a whole class instruction. It can create more student engagement, which is great for students who are auditory and visual learners. I know I am definitely an auditory and visual learner. I believe that if we do a lot of more hands-on projects and hands-on experiences with the class, it brings more focus and engagement to the material than it would be just doing independent work all the time or saying, here's a book number, go read it, or go figure it out for yourself, ask me questions if you need. It's great to have individual work, but at times it's great to take that time to actually engage with them and engage as a class in one and in a whole. So, yes, moving forward. Using PowerPoints, games, and even grading systems, which are online, can make a big difference in students' growth within the classroom. There are different ways that educators can implement technology within the classroom, such as technology in the middle school classroom. So, in middle school, individuals can use EasyBib, which helps students to find credible sources through different search tools, and it helps students avoid plagiarism. Then students can become familiarized, and this is the part where they mention that high schoolers, this second part I'm about to read is really pinpointing on how high schoolers can work with technology as well, but I think this could also work for middle school, so either one. And then students can become familiarized with Microsoft Office and Google Drive to understand and use spreadsheets, slideshows, or even share documents. The pros tend to outweigh the cons when it comes to technology. Teachers can use technology to keep students engaged, can help students with different learning styles, and even give preparedness to students by giving life skills. So there's a bunch of things that technology can do. Recently, I have backed off of social media and I have done more hands-on things with my life. So the only real screen time that I get is with college. Sometimes I'll do movie night with my partner, my wife. You already know I have a wife. But with my wife or my family, or maybe like play a mobile game or something like that. But I used to be glued to my screen, and I used to have a really bad mental health. And I used to have really bad like insecureness, and I forget to eat and drink and sleep. It was so bad. But then I noticed when I left it behind and I just wasn't so focused on technology, and I was just going back to the roots of being a 2000s kid. It showed me that there's so much more to life than just technology. So it's great that we're digging deeper into how we can use technology and how it affects adolescents as well. But I know within my personal classroom, I want to try to do less technology. Yes, I know. I know. I'm in STEM. Okay, I am getting a master's in education. Um, so it's like masters of education in secondary education, emphasis in STEM. So that's science, technology, engineering, and math. But even as a STEM, you know, STEM person, I still believe that it doesn't have to always be about technology. There's so much more that we can teach the kids and so much more interactions that we can do without technology. So, technology has its pros, but I also mentioned that it also has its cons. So I think we also have to outweigh of when we use technology, especially within the classroom or especially within the school system. All right. Um, I don't know if I went past 2 minutes. I hope I didn't. I think I definitely went past 2 minutes. So I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But yes, I love talking about education and about technology because that's what we're discussing this week. But yes, I hope that you took the time to review my whole newsletter that I've created, and I hope you liked it. So thank you. Have a great day.